Good day, everyone. Welcome to Human Rights News Network, where we examine real-life situations through the lens of human rights. I am Romiel, Valencia. Before we begin, let us ask a simple question. What do people need to live with dignity beyond freedom? Most of us would answer food, shelter, healthcare, education, employment, and social security. These are examples of second-generation human rights, which require governments to actively provide protection and support for people's welfare. Today, we will see how the loss of one right can affect many others.
For our top story today, a contractual worker was seriously injured in a workplace accident. Unable to return to work, he now faces mounting hospital expenses and the uncertainty of providing for his family's daily needs. What appears to be an ordinary workplace accident has now evolved into a broader human rights concern. We now go live to our field reporter.
Thank you, partner. Joining us live today is Mr. Juan, a contractual worker who recently suffered a workplace accident. Good day, Juan. Could you tell us what happened?
Good day. I have been working as a contractual employee to support my family. Unfortunately, I was seriously injured while performing my duties. Because of my injuries, I can no longer work. I also have hospital bills and medicines to pay for, but without stable income, I do not know how I can provide for my family. I only want to recover and continue supporting them.
Thank you, Juan. We also invited his wife to better understand how this situation has affected their family. Good day, Maria.
Good afternoon. Since my husband can no longer to work, our family has been struggling financially. Most of our savings have gone to hospital bills and medicines. We have difficulty buying food and paying our daily allowances. We are also worried that if this continues, our child can no longer go to school. One accident has changed our family's entire future.
Thank you very much, Maria, for sharing your story. We now return to the studio for an analysis of the human rights involved. Back to you, partner.
Okay. Good afternoon. Thank you to our beautiful host for today. So here, the case of Juan, which reflects the real life scenario of a worker who is struggling to pay hospital expenses after a workplace incident. No, so I have here the few provisions of the law, which entails the right of every worker under Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So in Article 25, the right to an adequate standard of living, which guarantees everyone of standard of living adequate for their health and well-being. No? This includes necessities like food, clothing, housing, medical care, social services, and security during times of unemployment, sickness, disability, or old age. It also specifically entails mothers and children to special care and assistance. So we also have here the Article 22, the right to social security, because our workers facing hardship should have or should receive social protection and government assistance. Also, in Article 23, the right to work. This is also relevant because every worker is entitled to just and favorable working conditions and protections while earning a living. So these rights are also the so-called second generation rights because they require government to take positive action, not only to recognize these rights but also to provide programs and services that protect them. And also, the government upholds this right by enforcing workplace-like laws, providing access to healthcare and social security, and protecting workers during illness or disability, as I have said a while ago. No? So, on the other hand, these rights may be violated when workers cannot access healthcare and are also denied social protection or are left without support despite suffering a workplace injuries, just like what happened to Juan in this case. No, these rights are also under the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights, or the ICESCR, and are also reflected in the 1987 Philippine Constitution through its provision on social justice, labor, health, and education. So these rights must be observed to ensure protection and security of every worker, not just the Filipino workers or here in the Philippines, but also every country who is a member of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Thank you for listening. I hope everyone understood or gets the provisions of the law I have explained a while ago. So, I am Attorney Carol Del Rosario, your lawyer for today.
Thank you for that explanation. Today's story reminds us that one workplace accident is not only an employment issue.
It also affects healthcare, social security, and a family's standard of living, and even a child's education.
That is why second human rights generations matter.
They promote justice by protecting workers during difficult times, equality by ensuring access to essential services, and human dignity by allowing every person to live a decent life. This has been Human Rights News Network.
Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.